Hello. Welcome to Fyros Reborn. Here we are. Let's just try and get this camera so that it's feeding nice. Okay. Welcome to Fyros Reborn. I'm going to interrupt the Fyros Storytime proceedings just for a little bit to talk about something interesting that's come to my attention. It's been brought to my attention by one of my readers, reading my channel, reading my videos with their reedy eyes, reedy beady eyes. Yeah, one of my watchers, viewers, audience members. Hello, look at that hand suddenly appearing out of nowhere. What? Okay, so I'm going to print out a little bit of stuff. Oh my gosh, for us to enjoy together in a sexual way for the duration of this video, which is entitled because I haven't figured it out yet. 855 sheets of paper. No, thank you. Let's just print pages 1 to... How many pages? Do you want to... 10 pages, 1 pages, 9 pages is max, 10 pages maximum. Oh, let's do 10 pages.
1 to 10, pages 1 to 10, please, of this marvellous piece of documentation. Marvellous. So marvellous. Marvellous? So marvellous. I can barely contain... I can barely contain the marvellousness of it within my heart without being over marvelled. Oh dear. I feel like I'm being slightly cruel because this is a human being, supposedly, who's written this marvellous piece of marvellosity, which is coming forth from the loins of the printer. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to be teasing the website basically as well. I'm teasing. It's only like gentle bit of teasing. There's some good pictures in here, though. I'll tell you that much. Here it comes. Oh, look at that picture coming on there. Oh, the picture's massive as well. It's been split into parts. I'm glad I've not been split into parts. There's a couple of good pictures coming up. Okay. Now, if you want to look this up now to get on board, to get on board and on the ball on what I'm going through here, it's called www.energyenhancement.org. Right, and then you've got /astral-sexual-. I'll put the link in the fucking description. Here we go. We have it. Here we have it. The document of life. Astral sexual addiction. The addiction, ecstasy of out-of-body sex pleasure. Out-of-body sex pleasure. Stealing your spiritual empire. Sorry, stealing your spiritual energy with vampire technology. Sorry, no. With vampire addiction implant blockages. Vampire addiction implant. Vampire addiction. What do these words mean? With vampire addiction implant blockages and vampire. Vampire! Come on, vampires. Vampire sexual addiction implant blockages. I swear it just said that. Stealing your spiritual energy with vampire addiction implant blockages and vampire sexual addiction. Vampire. This is just a lot of strange different words shoved next to each other. Vampire sexual addiction implant blockages. Let's just pick it up. What? Now let's start this all again. Astral sexual addiction, the addiction ecstasy of out-of-body sex pleasure. Got the dictionary out, by the way. Let's just put a load of random words together. Bacteriology, knacker, pollock, tricky, unvoiced,
Unvoiced Pollock. Tricky. So, addiction. Astral sexual addiction. The addiction ecstasy out of body sex pleasure. Stealing your spiritual energy with vampire addiction implant blockages. And vampire sexual addiction implant boxes. And vampire sexual addiction implant blockages. Alright, let's try and keep this in order. Okay. Now we have a beautiful picture here. This is actually quite a nice picture. Looks very sexual. I enjoy this picture. I can imagine myself being the male one. This one. For those of you who are unsure. Ever wonder why you feel so drained and painful? You are being denied of your spiritual energy. Sorry, drained. I'm trying to read it backwards through the paper. Give me a break. You are being drained of your spiritual energy from vampire sexual addiction blockages. Wrong one. Vampire sexual addiction implant blockages. Vampire sexual addiction implant blockages. Vampire sexual implant. Vampire. How does this person? I presume it's a male. I don't know it's a male, but I think this is only a male person could write this kind of nonsense. I don't think this is not the sort of thing a female person could. Just don't think it would occur into the mind of a female human. I've never seen anything like this from a female person ever. This is only something a male human can concoct. So, ever wonder why you feel so drained and painful? You are being drained. You are being drained of your spiritual energy. The implanters of sexual addiction energy blockages. The implanters of sexual addiction energy blockages and their group of minions. There should be pictures for this, please. You must have pictures. If you're gonna write stuff like this nonsense, you've got to have pictures to explain it. The implanters. Who are these implanters? The implanters of sexual addiction energy. And if you can't read it out loud, as my English teacher used to say, it's probably not good. Right? Like, we were advised in English by the best English teacher I ever had. We were advised by him to read your work out loud so that you can. It just helps you to see it in a different way, basically, or hear it in a different way. And I don't think this person read their work out loud, because if they were to read it out loud, they would go, "What am I talking about?" They go, "Yeah, the implanters." I can almost see the madness in the eyes of this person as they're writing. The implanters of the sexual addiction energy blockages and their group of minions. Yes, let me write a new thing. Hold on while I write my new piece of work. Hold the line while I write the thing. The implanters of sexual addiction energy blockages and their group of minions consciously stimulate the sexual energy. Sorry. The implanters of sexual addiction energy blockages and their group of minions consciously stimulate the sexual addiction energy blockages of everyone early every morning. Early every morning, apparently. Early every morning. Oh man, I can't. I can't go on. Hold on, let me regroup. Okay, this is exciting stuff now. Now, this is right up my street. I love this kind of thing. This is spiritual nonsense, is what I call it, or spiritual bollocks. It's a good picture though. I read it just for the pictures. It's like a 5-year-old. Kind of, it's a book for 5-year-olds. This is this evil book. The implanters of sexual addiction energy blockages. What does that even mean? Some people, or some implanters, whoever these are, entities, are going around every morning, right, early every morning, consciously stimulate. Going around. What does this even mean? What kind of pictures are coming to mind as we think of this? It's like the milkman. It's the milkman early every morning. The milkman consciously stimulates my sexual addiction energy blockages early every morning. That the milkman is the implanter. The implanters! Right, okay. Now let's try and be serious about this. Why? So this is why I feel so drained and painful. I'm being drained of my spiritual energy by the milkman who's implanting sexual addiction. Who's implanting... What does this mean? The milkman is every morning implanting sexual addiction energy blockages. Sexual addiction energy blockages. Sexual addiction energy blockages. So sexual addiction. I can understand what that means. I'm addicted to sex or sexuality or having sex or things about sex. Right? I understand those two words together. I understand them individually. Sexual, to do with sex. Addiction. Give me more. Okay, I feel that. So sexual. Give me more sex. Sex! I love the sex! Give me the sex! I need the sex! Okay, I understand those two words together. Hold on. Sexual addiction. Got those two. Got it down. Implanters. Not too sure what that means. Let's go round an implanter. Is this a job description? What is this? How do you sign up for that? I would like... Go down the job centre. I'd like to be an implanter, please. Alright, have you done a job search? Yeah, I can't find any implanter jobs. Probably because they don't exist. Sorry. I'm being mean. I am being mean, but I'm hoping it's fun. Right, I want to be an implanter. How do I get to be an implanter? Are there any tests that I have to do? What's the education program to become an implanter of sexual addiction energy blockages? Where's the training course? Job Centre Plus, DWP. I'm going to write to the DWP and I'm going to complain because they don't have any training courses on how to become an implanter of sexual addiction energy blockages. All they've got is training to be a remover of sexual addiction energy blockages. I want to be an implanter. I want to implant them. I want to see all the people I see on the street. I want to be ready and available to implant a sexual addiction energy blockage into them. If they're walking around and they don't have a sexual addiction energy blockage, I would like to be able to implant them one free of charge or at a low monthly repayment plan. Right. Okay, hold on. The implanters are... What is this? See, this is what happens, right? This is what happens when you actually read things carefully. Is you realise the nature of nonsense. Let's go back to this page. Addiction, implant blockages, and vampire. We haven't even got to the vampire part yet. That's new. There's a lot to take in. So, the implanters... I can't get past this first sentence. That's a troubling thought. The implanters of sexual addiction energy blockages and their group of minions. So if I'm going to become a sexual addiction energy blockage implanter, if I'm going to get that job of being the implanter, I am the implanter, then I also have to recruit a group of minions as well. Oh, the milkman and his little friends. Early every morning going round to implant a sexual energy implant blockage. Sexual addiction energy block. Oh, fuck it. Right, I got past that bit. Early every morning, this is what happens. This is fact, people. It's on the web. It's the truth of life. The next bit's marvellous. I do not think that anyone has ever said this. I wonder why. I think there's very good reasons why no one has ever said this. That they milk. Oh, I told you the milkman was involved. They milk their herd of cows. Okay. So this is what the implanters are milking their herd of cows. So while I'm in bed, early in the morning, I'm usually still awake in the early morning, so maybe I can fend them off as they come in with their implanting of the sexual addiction energy blockages. The vampires, they're coming with their milk bottles and they're going to milk me like a cow for my energy every day of the year. Every day of the year, it says. That they milk their herd of cows. I do not think anyone has. I think you're right. I don't think anyone else has ever said this. I think, and you know what? Because you're the first one who's ever said this, I believe in you. I feel you to be the Messiah in a way. Okay, hold on. I do not think that anyone has ever said this. I'm very glad. But I'm glad that you have finally said it. I'm so glad that this person has said this, because without this, where would I be? I would be milked like a herd of cows. They milk their herd of cows for their energy. Who is doing this again? The implanters with their their group of minions. What? I need to draw a picture. Let's get this. Let's get this down. This is a teaching lesson, people. Phyros' teaching lessons, sermon, if you will. It's a lecture on quite right now. So we're going to have the implanters. I suppose they're evil, really. So we should put a little evil face on them. Implanter. Right, he's an implanter. I don't know how to draw. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in this thing. I've only got past the first few sentences, and already my mind is blown. So they're implanting sexual addiction energy. What does that mean? Energy blockage, sexual addiction energy blockages. Now, I understand a little bit about the chakra system and the auras and stuff. So from what I know of the auras and stuff and energies and the body and things like this, what this person means is that someone or some entity or some milkman is coming round, and they're implanting an energy blockage, right? So they're going to shove some kind of blockage, like a diaphragm, maybe. I don't know. What a tampon. What is that? But it's a sexual addiction energy blockage. Sexual addiction energy. So it's like a little parcel that says sexual addiction written on it, and they're going to shove it inside. What is right? So let's with a group of little minions early every morning. A group is like more than 3, surely. Group. Let's put 4. Let's put 5, 6. Let's put a few little minions down here. This is how I imagine this person's brain. This is how the person's. So hold on. Let me just. Right. I'm an implanter. And then the little minions are like there. Hold on. You got to just bear with me and just, use your imagination first. See what's going to happen. Implanter. Right, I just want to make sure that everyone knows what's going on here. So we have implanter and their group of minions. Okay. Now, presumably, they have to go and pick up the energy implant blockages from the milk depot or wherever they pick them up from. So they go there, they pick them all up from somewhere. So, right, let's get the sexual addiction implant blockage. I don't even remember the words. Energy, whatever. So they go and pick them up from the little depot over there, and then they go, ha 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 ha. Shove them up you. Okay, right, so you know where we are now. Let's carry on. We're doing well. Right, I don't think anyone has ever said this, thank goodness, that they milk their herd of cows for their energy every day of the year, and that this has been going on for thousands of years. It's good to know we're in a reliable industry then, isn't it? If you're an implanter, it's been going on for thousands of years. Good. My job security is very good. What can you do about this? Not carry on reading, I suppose, would help, for one thing. The answer is this. Oh, good. I'm glad. This person's got the answer. Because without him, or her, it's definitely a him, as I say. Without this person, I would be lost in the sea of energy, without any implant blockages, without any knowledge of anything. So the answer is this. Except for those, oh God, right. Except for those who consciously connect with God in meditation samadhi with the infinite chakras above the head. What does that mean? That's not an answer. Except for those. What do you mean, except for those? Let's carry on just in case the next part helps it. Who protect themselves with spiritual protection. It's like it's saying who warmed themselves with warmth. Come on. Who remove all their implant energy blockages. These people glow with Buddha field energy. Please, Lord. Okay. What does this mean? What is the answer? That's the answer. What? I don't even really understand what the problem is. It's been going on for thousands of years, though. Oh, because I feel drained and painful. So the answer is, except for those who consciously connect with God in meditation samadhi, with the infinite chakras above the head, who protect themselves with spiritual protection, who remove all their implant energy blockages. These people glow with Buddha field energy. This is marvelous. This could be a script for a play. Energy implant blockages. Come on now. What does this mean? I actually don't know. I'm presuming what the person means is they mean that people who consciously connect with God in meditation samadhi, whatever that is. I mean, I know what they're trying to refer to, kind of, but I don't think they necessarily know what those words mean. And with the with the infinite chakras above the head. I did not know there were infinite chakras above the head. Potentially, this person is making shit up. Right, hold on. So these people who protect themselves with spiritual protection and who remove their implant energy blockages, we are safe from the implanters! Good. Let's do this then. Let's not become addiction, implant energy blockages, and vampire sexual addiction. Good, I'm glad. Let's glow with Buddha field energy so that we can be protected with spiritual protection. And the implanters and their little group of minions, they cannot get us! They will not get us with their implants! Maybe it will no longer go on for thousands of years because... Right, okay, let's carry on. So now we've got a beautiful picture which is split into parts, so I presume that this is an impaler. Not an impaler, sorry, an implanter. Look at him trying to implant his energy, sexual addiction, vampire implant blockages into wait for it. Oh god, let's find the rest of it. Where's it gone? Oh, I'm flicking through the wrong way. Oh, I don't think the rest of the picture actually printed out, unfortunately, which is a shame because it's quite good. It's a good picture. Okay, let's try and focus our energies back onto this because we don't have any sexual implant blockages for sure. Because then we'll feel painful and drained. Okay, here it is. The Buddha knew what to do and how to do it. Good, Buddha. Very good. Energy enhancement, enlightenment, connecting with chakras higher than the soul chakra above the head. Energy enhancement, enlightenment. Energy enhancement, enlightenment. Not just normal enlightenment. Energy enhancement, enlightenment. I want to be enlightened. What variety of enlightenment would you like? Would you like the enhancement enlightenment? Would you like the energy enhancement enlightenment? Would you like the sexual addiction implant remover blockages of energy enhancement enlightenment? What kind of enlightenment would you like today? We have all kinds of different enlightenments on display. Here we have the bog standard, low brand, everyday value enlightenment. Then we have the taste of difference enhancement enlightenment. Then we have the premium brand energy enhancement enlightenment. And then for an extra £25, you can have... You can... Hold on. You can have the glowing Buddha field sexual addiction energy blockages removal energy enhancement enlightenment. With a free test drive in a Lamborghini. Okay. Connecting with the chakras higher than the soul chakra above the head. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that this person has come into my life. The Buddha is in his circle of psychic protection, radiating the energy of the soul. Good. Outside the circle of protection are demons and succubi trying to get in to steal his energy. Now, only energy enhancement knows how to do this. Do what? To be the Buddha? What? What? Connecting with their chakras higher than the soul? I don't know whether it's just that this person has not got the grasp of the English language, or whether it just. I think. Yeah. I think this person is living inside of an energy enhancement, enlightenment chakra above his own head, somewhere going like that. Okay, now I'm going to try and print out the actual picture because it's a good picture. But I think it's valuable for itself, not for what this person is trying to say about it. How do you print image? Help me, Lord. Oh, help me, please. Protect me from the energy in implant blockages. Help me, oh Lord. Print. It's a lovely little picture, and I'm having it. I am. Okay. Only energy enhancement knows how to do this. Again, I'm not exactly sure what this person knows how to do. To be inside a circle of psychic protection, possibly? You're probably already familiar with what it's like to have sex as a physical human being. Yes, I am, actually. Thanks. Together with the risk of disease... Right. Together with the risk of disease, AIDS, syphilis, clap. Lovely. The diseases of Venus. Venereal disease. Venus. The eternal sexual energy implant blockages. The evilest implanter of all, Venus. She comes in the morning, 3:30 a.m. 3:30 a.m. She comes, Venus, to implant her venereal diseases into all of us. Where is this person coming from? The Dark Ages? What is this? An implant block. Oh God. Implant blockages. I don't know what. It just sounds like I'm in a factory and there's a blockage in a pipe somewhere. Implant in the plant. Implant in the blockage there. Stealing your sexual energy. If I sound like a mad person, it's because I'm trying to interface my brain with what this is saying, and I think it's just infecting me. It's making me into a mad person myself. Right. Here's the picture. So that's the Buddha. I think it's a marvellous picture. I think it's very good. So they're all of the sexual addiction energy implanters with their group of minions. Now, which one's the implanter and which ones are the minions? I'm not sure. But there you've got the succubi around trying to succubi the Buddha into succulent pleasures, and the Buddha's just sitting there with this little bowl of cheese on a pillow of rice, and there they are. So they're obviously trying to give him some implant him with a sexual addiction energy blockage or whatever. Okay. It's a good picture though. I like it. It's very bright, and I like the fact that the Buddha is, protected psychically, as they say, as he says. It's a good picture. Right. Implant blockages, stealing your sexuality. What's this person saying? You're probably already familiar with what it's like to have sex as a physical human being. Well, I am. And in fact, that's the only way I'm familiar with having sex is as a physical human being rather than as a dog, for example. I've never had sex as a dog. I've only ever had sex as a human being. I wish I could be a dog to experience having sex as a dog, but unfortunately, I've been trying. It's just not working out. I tried it. I tried to remove my sexual energy implant blockage, so that I could so that I could actually become a dog, so that I could have sex as a dog, so that I could have sex as a dog, because currently I'm only familiar with what it's like to have sex as a physical human being, unfortunately for me. Together with the risk of disease, AIDS, syphilis, clap, I believe it's the clap, just to be pedantic. Right, together with the risk of disease, AIDS, syphilis, clap, the diseases of Venus. I'm just not going to even just. God. Oh, okay. The diseases of Venus, venereal disease, and implant blockages. What? I can't even make sense of what this person is actually even trying to say. And implant blockages stealing your sexual energy, and people learning how to steal energy from their partners and absorbing the energy blockages of your partner, which becomes intense in sex, and your children conceived in and with energy blockages turning out as they do. That's not grammatically correct? I'm pretty sure that's not grammatically. Let's read it all again. You're probably already familiar with what it's like to have sex as a physical human being. Together with the risk of disease, AIDS, syphilis, clap, the diseases of Venus, venereal disease, and implant blockages stealing your energy, sexual energy, and people learning how to steal sex. Fuck hell, I can't even read it. What? You're probably already familiar with what it's like to have sex as a physical human being. Together with the risk of disease, AIDS, syphilis, clap, the diseases of Venus, venereal disease, and implant blockages stealing your sexual energy, and people learning how to steal energy from their partners and absorbing the energy blockages of your partner, which becomes intense in sex, and your children conceived in and with energy blockages turning out as they do. Full stop. Wait. What? What am I? What is he saying? What are they trying? What are they? What does that mean, though? What even grammatically does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. You're probably already familiar with what it's like to have sex as a physical human being. Just put a full stop there, and I understand. Yes, I am actually. I can get along with that part. Now, together with the risk of disease, for example, AIDS, syphilis, the clap, the diseases of Venus, venereal disease, and implant blockages stealing your sexual energy, and now I don't know what's going on here, and people learning how to steal energy from their partners and absorbing the energy blockages of your partner, which becomes intense in sex, and your children conceived in and with energy blockages turning out as they do. But there's a missing verb, or there's a missing something here as to what this refers to. What about it? What do these things mean? Let's pick them apart. Implant blockages stealing your sexual energy, right? Okay. People learning how to steal energy from their partners. What, am I familiar with these things? I'm not familiar with those things, actually. I'm not, actually. I think you've assumed a little bit much about me as a person, that I'm familiar with AIDS, or I'm familiar with the risk of disease. For example, AIDS, syphilis, the clap, the diseases of Venus, all those pesky diseases of Venus, venereal disease all over the place. I'm already familiar with implant blockages stealing my sexual energy. No, I'm not. I'm already familiar with people learning how to steal energy from their partners. What? No. Who actively goes about doing that? Let me learn about how I can do that. No, no one. I doubt the percentage of the population who's typing in, right, how to steal energy from my partners. I mean, how to steal energy from my partner. There's not much about that. I'm sure there is stuff out there about how to do that, but I think they presume a little much. So I'm already presuming I'm already familiar with absorbing the energy blockages of my partner, which becomes intense in sex. I actually am somewhat familiar with absorbing stuffy, weird energies from my partner while having sex. I have experienced absorbing other people's energy or sensing other people's energy and feeling that in my body when having sex. Yes, I actually am familiar with that. So well done. And my children conceived in and with energy blockages turning out as they do. My children, I don't have any children for a start, but my children conceived in and with energy blockages. So they're conceived in energy blockages. So my children were conceived inside an energy blockage. Troublesome. My children conceived in energy blockages, and my children are conceived with energy blockages. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? They're conceived with energy blockages already implanted within them from the evil demon. I'm going to puke up with this energy. This thing is so fucking gross. Which becomes intense in sex, and your children conceived in and with. Okay, it says like calls unto like at the bottom there, which I don't actually know what he's trying to say by that. What are you trying to say? That energy blockages, just that word, energy blockages will call unto energy blockages? Right, but did you know that you can also engage in sexual liaisons outside of your physical body to further have your energy stolen and absorb even more energy blockages? I could imagine that. Yes, it's true. Good. You're not limited to the physical. Oh, no. There's a whole other world of sex, pleasure, unbridled passion, vampirization, and sexual addiction awaiting you outside of your physical shell. Oh no, I'm terrified. Please tell me how to solve this ridiculous problem that you're confronting me with. And today I'm going to tell you all about it. Oh, good! The only solution is the total removal of all energy blockages. Oh, thank you. Please help me remove all my energy blockages, please. Please, oh website. Please do it for me. There's more than one way to have non-corporeal sex. I'm glad. Because if it was just one position, it'd be very boring, wouldn't it? Sorry, I've got completely absorbed into this. They're removing my energy blockages. There's more than one way to have non-corporeal sex. You can have sex with all your spiritual energy stolen in your dreams with a sex character. Sorry, I've got mixed up because of it. You can have sex and all your spiritual energy stolen in your dreams with a dream character. Again, let's try. What does this sentence mean? You can have sex. Thank you. I'm appreciative that you're allowing me to have sex. Sorry, you can have sex, and while having sex, I presume, you can have all your spiritual energy stolen while I'm having sex. In my dreams. You can have sex in your dreams, and you can have all of your spiritual energy stolen in your dreams while you're having sex with a dream character. Okay, I understand a little better. So I can have sex in my dream, and all my spiritual energy could be stolen by a dream character in my dream. Yeah, that's a load of bollocks, but I understand what the person is trying to say at least. You can have sex while astral with a corporeal being. Or sex while astral with another astral playmate. You can also have sex with a demon. Oh, good. I'm so glad you told me. Or low vibrational entity. Who's doing that though? Who's bothering to do that? Who goes, right, today I'm going to have sex with a demon? Oh, no. Tonight I would just like to have sex with a demon. Or you can go completely beyond. So let's carry on reading. Or you can go completely beyond the confines of the physical and non-physical and have a blissful ethereal experience that is unlike anything you can imagine. Yes, better than any kind of sex you can imagine. Through energy enhancement samadhi with the god chakras above the head. A 24-hour orgasm. Only at thiswebsite.com. So let's go over each of these and I'll explain what it is and how to achieve your own lack of energy as it is stolen away. What? I don't want to achieve my own lack of energy. How to achieve a lack of energy? How can we achieve this? Now, I really want to have no energy. I want to be completely lacking in energy. How can we do this? I need to know how to achieve my own lack of energy as it is stolen away. As it is, I don't know what this means. I don't know. You are stealing my energy. addiction implant blockages and vampire sexual addiction blockages. Vampire sexual addiction implant blockages. Okay. Let's collect ourselves now. Nothing happened. Okay. Oh. Okay. We got it going on. We got it. We're in the zone. Okay. So I'm having sex with a dream character. No, sorry, I'm having sex with a demon. No, I don't know. Who am I going to have sex with, and how am I going to achieve my own lack of energy? Maybe they mean retrieve the... No, I don't know what it is. It's stolen away. Stolen away. I can't go on. My energy's been stolen away. And I need to achieve my lack of energy. Help me, Lord. Dream sex. That's a new title. Dream sex. Having sex in your dreams is fun. Thank you. Pleasurable. Risks your energy stolen through your sexual implant blockage. Oh no. Not my sexual implant. Sexual implant block. Implant. That's a thing. That's a contraception, isn't it? Is that what they mean? The implanters coming round to give me an implant, a contraceptive implant. Help me. Right. Having sex in your dreams is fun, pleasurable. Risks your energy being stolen through your sexual implant blockage. I love how this guy is like setting me up, thinking this is going to be great. Oh yeah, I'll have sex in my dreams. Oh, but it risks my energy being stolen. Hey, here's a piece of cake. My cake! No. Hey, here's a piece of cake. It's poison cake! Sorry. Okay. Which everyone on this planet has been implanted with. Right, so everyone on the planet has been implanted with a sexual implant blockage. Apart from you, or have you totally removed your energy blockages? This person, this author. Carry on. Which everyone on this planet has been implanted with, sending the energy of the arousal back to the implanter along energy connections which also maintain the implant blockage in place. I just can't say these words without laughing. Implant blockage. Implant blockage. I don't know what it means. I mean, I kind of do. I'm sort of understanding what they're saying, but the fact that they're so pedantic, not pedantic, what's the right word? That they're so obsessed about this particular thing, sexual implant blockage, and everyone's got them. It's just you and your dream character, and no one ever has to know what you're up to. Okay. What? How does this? What does this mean? With the ability to lucid dream, you can have had sex with every hot actor, fictional character, and good-looking real-life friends. You've given me some ideas now. When you want, the way you want, and as many times as you want. And you can do this anytime you want. Just learn how to lucid dream. And when the situation presents itself, you can snap your fingers and engage in sexual activity with whoever you want. That sounds alright. I'm actually okay with that. What's the problem here? Sexual addiction blockages are programmed, probably by the programmers, not the implanters. So you got the programmers going, right, what should we put in them then? What should we program these implant blockages with? I've become part of this nonsense. Sorry, sexual addiction blockages are programmed like they're like an app, I suppose, isn't it? Have you got a sexual implant addiction blockage? No, I don't have this space on my phone. I can't get it on there. Sorry. Are programmed to increase your sexual addiction blockages are programmed to increase your sexual activity so that your sexual energy can be stolen. Oh God. It's going so well. I was just having an increase in sexual activity, and then all of a sudden my sexual energy was stolen through these and other means. Oh, I don't know what are these. Let's leave it alone. If you aren't a master at lucid dreaming, you may still end up with a sex dream. Okay, hold on. If you aren't a master at lucid dreaming, you may still end up with a sex dream accidentally. Okay, let me read that again. If you aren't a master at lucid dreaming, you may still end up with a sex dream accidentally. Sex dream. It's so cute Sex dream. I want a sex dream. If you aren't a master at lucid dreaming, you may still end up with a sex dream accidentally. But believe me, the sexual addiction implant blockages want you to learn how to do it lucidly. I don't know whether this person is saying that the sexual addiction implant blockages are good or if they're bad. Like, 1 minute they are saying like they're the worst thing ever and they've been put there by demons and implanters and so on, and they're milking their herd of cows. Yeah. And then the next minute they're like, well, they want us to lucid dream. You got to learn to lucid dream. Let's have another bit now. If you're a woman, dream sex can actually lead to having a real and true orgasm rather than those fake and false orgasms that I've been having all the time. More than likely, you will wake up while in the throes of your orgasm and find your body actually having one. As the implant energy blockage, incubus or succubus steals all that energy. And then I wake up in the early hours of the morning feeling drained and painful. Oh no! If you're a man, this is more tricky. What? What's more tricky? To have a real and true orgasm by having dream sex in order for them to steal my energy? Please help me. I feel I need to know more before I can achieve happiness. And so make sure that my sexual addiction implant blockages are not stealing my energy. If you're a man, this is more tricky. Mostly what I hear from men is that they wake up with an erection and extremely horny, but don't actually ejaculate in the dream or upon waking. Thanks. If you're a man and you have ejaculated in the dream or upon waking, please let us know this is possible. Half the world awaits your testimonial. Okay. What? So I can't actually even begin to try and understand what this person is trying to achieve with all this. Mostly what I hear from men is that they wake up with an erection and extremely horny, but don't actually ejaculate in the dream or upon waking. So, if you're a man and you have ejaculated in a dream, please let us know that this is possible. Like it's a research project. Has anybody ever ejaculated in a dream? Because I need to know. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? I don't know. Maybe this person's like 15 years old and they're like just learning about sex for the first time. Like, I've had a sex dream. But I didn't ejaculate in it, and I just want to know from the world: is it possible for us to can I ejaculate in the sex dream? Whoa! Half the world awaits your testimonial. Yeah, absolutely. Dream sex can lead to a lot of frustration, though. Most of the time, it doesn't lead to climax, so you wake up particularly hot, bothered, and unfulfilled as your implant blockage increases your desire for sex, so that all your energy can be stolen and you lose the ability to orgasm because of my implant blockage. Oh, the implanters, not the implanters. The implanters of sexual addiction are energy blockages, and their group of minions consciously stimulate the sexual addiction energy blockages of everyone early every morning. Thus, the proud tumescence, the horn of every red-blooded man, and the desire for sex, their milking of their herd of cows for their energy every day of the year. And this has been going on for thousands of years. Originally, sorcerers discovered how to leave the body consciously and through cutting off from God, not go to heaven, and learn how to be a good person in astral university. But instead, they live in private universes on the astral plane and download, demonically possess into a human body anytime they want in order to cultivate their farm where the cattle are human beings. Sorcerers learn how to cut off from God's energy by placing implant blockages above the head, which cuts them off from the energy of God and which makes it necessary to vampirize humanity. This horrible way of life is only possible if they cut off from the energy of the heart. So they have a ritual where they place 12 psychic dagger implant energy blockages around their own hearts and then take the energy of their heart and put it in the heart of a sacrificial victim. Then they place the heart of the sacrificial victim in a canopic jar, cover it with pitch, and place it in a heart site in the countryside. What? That's a lack of empathy. Oh, that's the only reason. That's the only thing that shows they have a lack of empathy and a lack of conscience. Psychopath, it says all of a sudden. Psychopath! Sorcerers discovered how to make addiction implant energy blockages. I read that correctly. Sorcerers discovered how to make addiction implant energy blockages and transmit them like viruses to every member of humanity so they can vampirize everyone and live forever. Where have they got that part from? So these sorcerers are sucking our knobs off in the morning and giving women real and true orgasms just so they can vampirize our sexual energy in order to live forever. These sorcerers. Sorcerers are the implanters. I love these words. Layers and layers of addiction implant energy blockage implanted each lifetime in every human being. Worse and worse. Worse and worse. Dumb and dumber. Worse and worse until we wake up and learn how to remove them with energy enhancement. This website is here for you. This website is here for your love to to protect you from the sorcerers. Not the sorcerers. I'm waking up every morning with a boner. Is this all this is? Is to try and understand? This whole website is just there for this person to try and understand why they wake up with a boner every morning, but they haven't ejaculated in a dream. Is that what this is there for? This whole thing is a marvelous, way of explaining why we wake up in the morning with morning glory. This is the long-winded approach. This is the sexual energy addiction implant blockage vampirism approach to understanding why I have a boner in the morning. There we go. Now I understand it. The person gets a boner in the morning, doesn't understand why, and has concocted a ridiculous program of nonsense in order to explain why he has a boner in the morning. This is why. This is why. Anyone, if you're wondering why you have a boner in the morning, it's because of addiction implant blockages and vampire sexual addiction implant blockages. Sweet Jesus, that's only 10 pages of it. I've given you a thorough overview of those 10 pages with pictures of the impalers, the sorcerer impalers. Let's put a little wand there. I'm presuming that they have some kind of magic implanters. magic boner wands. Just creating boners everywhere with no ejaculation. And some kind of vaginal orgasms. Oh yes, a real and true orgasm because of my implanter. That's a vagina with having a real and true orgasm. Well, now I know that sorcerers are waking me up to milk me for my sexual energy implant blockages so they can live forever on my boner, I suppose. There you go. That's the truth. Only energy enhancement knows the way, as it says. Only energyenhancement.org knows the truth of boners in the morning. Half the world is awaiting this nonsense. I might just put this up in here and see what my mum says about it. I say it's not actually mine. I just found it. And I found it ridiculous. And she'll look at it and she go, Ross has gone nuts again. Right, fuck that shit. I wish you the best of luck with your morning boners and your real and true orgasms, female people. I hope you do not wake up feeling drained and painful. And if you do, it's the sorcerers who have been at work fiddling about with their implantings of implant energy blockages. Thanks very much for watching this, trying to demagnify the madness, reduce the madness in the world by entering the madness and destroying it like a sorcerer. So, hope you had a good time, and thanks for watching this utterly ridiculous video. Oh, I think I'm going to go and have to have a wank. and just to prove I can ejaculate in a dream. My mind is blown. I'm done. I'm out.